Let me my cup over here real quick. How's it going, guys? So I'm recording this on Friday, so this is going to be our new challenge run and kind of an inspiration of a comic book hero slash cartoon anime, whatever you want to call it. We're going to be doing a Batman run. I always like making different challenge run names and stuff like that. So if you don't know what a Batman run is, I made a poll yesterday to see if anyone to vote. No one voted. Whatever. Warrior, shut the hell up. So a Batman run is basically, it's gonna be based around stealth and gadgets, just like Batman would. However, he also uses some physical attributes like his martial arts. So we're not going to be using traps because it just makes it too easy. We're actually going to be using the gadget section of the assassin build that almost no one ever plays because the DPS is just not really worth it, especially when you go into hell difficulty and stuff like that. And that's using Blade Sentry and using Blade Fury. Now, Blade Sentry just throws out a blade that just spins in the middle within a certain area. Blade Fury, she actually shoots out blades in a certain direction, and it's all based off of your weapon damage. As you can see, 3/4 weapon damage, and it has normal damage itself. And same thing with this one too. So that's going to be our gadget area. When it comes to shadow disciplines, Batman really doesn't use anything for like illusions, like a clone or something like that. So Shadow Warrior and Shadow Mastery or Shadow Master we will not be using. Last I checked, Batman doesn't use anything like poison, stuff like that. Fade we'll probably use. Of course, you have your speed. You have a claw mastery, psychic hammer. Batman's not psychic. He is a detective, but he's not. I can do things with my mind. No, just not happening. We will use Cloak of Shadows because Batman's whole premise is based around moving around in the dark. Mind Blast, once again, another like psychic type of thing. We're not going to be using that. And then we are going to be using Dragon Talon as our main thing because Batman, based on his martial arts, he does do a lot of kicking, he does a lot of punching, but since you can't technically really punch in this game like you would want to, we're going to be doing that. We're not going to be using any of the rest of the stuff because it doesn't make any sense, like elemental wise, some of that. I'm not going to be able with that. So, Dragon Talon, and then we're going to use Cloak of Shadows, we'll use Fade, Burst of Speed. We're going to be using, when it comes to gear-wise, we're going to be using strictly just assassin type of weapons. Since they are based around martial arts, you can use martial arts with any weapons, but I'm going to make it just strictly for assassin type of weapons. So, and then, like I said, we'll use the two gadgets on here. Blade Shield I'm not going to use because the last I checked, Batman doesn't have anything like that, or any form of sentries, or in this case, blades circling around him. Gear wise, like I said, we're going to use just strictly assassin type weapons. Batman does not use a shield, so that's just gone. When it comes to how high of a gear we'll use, usually depending on which form of Batman you go, I mean, you can go all the way up to Batman where he's in completely like armored, like Iron Man-esque type of suits. Or you can do with the strict Batman, like the ones I grew up with, where he's kind of like in a heavy leather, maybe breastplate type of armor at the most. We're going to stick to like close to original Batman as best as possible, like 90s era Batman. So nothing heavier than than a breastplate. So no plate mail, no gothic plates, stuff like that. Pretty much get all his gear, all he wants. When it comes to mercenaries, on the other hand, we will have our sidekick because Batman always has Robin, he has Nightwing, he has Batgirl, Batwoman, stuff like that. I'm debating if I want to use an Act 1 mercenary or Act 2 mercenary because Act 3, he's just using magic, so the last I checked, Robin and the rest of the Bat family doesn't use magic, at least in that sense. Okay, make sure my mic was on. That's one of the last things I was going to check. So I'll debate on that. I probably will just stick with an Act 1 mercenary, see how it goes. Of course, this is also usually going to play a normal difficulty with all these challenge runs. I really don't bother playing the hardcore mode unless I really want to make it more interesting. Once we get her geared up and stuff like that, like always, put on Player 7, and as usual, videos will be on like Mondays and Tuesdays, and then trailer reactions on Wednesday, unless I decide to just, can't find anything for a trailer reaction. We'll make a Diablo 2 video for on Wednesday, stuff like that. But yeah, so normally I would be at work, but we're hosting a wedding tonight, so I can pretty much get half the day off, do what the hell I want. But I want to update you guys on that. So that's gonna be our new challenge run, the Batman challenge run. Pretty much just named her the Bat family. So now, when it comes to vitality, dexterity, strength, those would be your main ones. Energy, I might put a few points into, because these don't really take that much. They're just more time based. I mean, Blade Sentry would probably be the most heaviest. Yeah, because it even costs more than Dragon Talon would. And if your Shadow Disciplines don't really matter too much, because they're just based on time, so that. So I might put a few points in there, but not really going to heavily rely on mana that much. We're mostly just going to focus on our strength and our dexterity, and then vitality and stuff like that. So, but we'll see how far we can actually get with the Batman run. So I hope you will enjoy the next challenge run that'll be coming up on Monday, and hope your weekend goes well. So stay tuned for that. Alright, see you guys.